Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining me today. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you learn something or get something from it. I hope I give you some knowledge to look out for in your daily lives so that you don't have to go through things you don't have to. Um, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I won't keep you long, so please watch all the way to the end. I wanted to kind of go back and talk about yesterday's episode about dismissive avoidance and fearful avoidance. Um, the thing that you have to understand is that they are good people. They just, they've been hurt, or in their childhood they did not receive the care and attention that they deserved. But it still doesn't give them, that doesn't make it right. They have to deal with that, and 9 times out of 10, they won't. They'll just keep pushing it off or sweeping it under the rug, or blaming everybody instead of looking within themselves to heal. There's no foundation for healing. It's just blame. Uh, but you also have to understand too, and I think this is where they get a lot of people. In the beginning, they show the strong desire for love, and they want it, but they're scared of it. They're terrified of it, but they want love, and they deserve it, but not with the way that they treat people. And as individuals, when you don't deserve to be treated the way that they treat people either. So they need to work on that. But yeah, they'll do things like they'll create issues or flaws to make themselves feel worthy. And a lot of times the stuff that they're complaining about isn't even real, or it's so minute and microscopic and they'll blow it up to be way bigger than what it really is. And who wants to be around that? And honestly too, it has to be a hellish way to live life, to always be in defense mode. That has you can it cannot be happy. They could not feel good always being in defense or being on guard like that to that extent. We all have to protect ourselves and have a guard up to some degree, but the way that they build the walls up around them, there's no way that they're happy or could be happy, and then they're going to take that happiness from you. So be careful about being around fearful avoidance and dismissive avoidance, because, like I said, they will attack your happiness in a lot of ways, and probably every way. But I just wanted to let y'all, give y'all that one little clue, that tidbit about how they want love but are scared of it. They also will, like in the beginning, they'll talk to you and tell you, talk to you like, just like a normal relationship where you talk about your past and everything. But then the kicker is they will regret it later, and they will not tell you that they, regret telling you that stuff. That's when they'll start the devalue stage, and they'll start devaluing you and just making up stuff, or reasons, or to walk away from you so that they feel better about walking away, to hide their fear. And then after they do all of that, then they'll kind of hover. They'll hover, and they'll kind of spy on you, and they're trying to look for evidence that make them right, when a lot of times they never do. But then they'll try to come back around or ease back into the picture as if nothing ever happened. No, not here. But I just wanted to, and that's another thing. A lot of people get that confused with narcissism, and that's not narcissism. Narcissists are actually very rare. There's not very many of them per capita. So it's become an overused term and an overused word that's it's not the case. But I think that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. But enjoy your day. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace and love.